center was situated in Brentwood, nuzzled by Santa Monica, nosed in by mountains. From the tram and the marble terrace fronting the museum at the hilltop, Wanda had called out city names for her children: Ocean Park, Venice, L.A. proper, the downtown heart of the metropolitan monster with its constant halo of smog, San Pedro's South End industrial shipyards a tail in the distance, then back to Santa Monica and the ocean pier extending like a neon leg into blue waters, and last but not least, up the coast to movie star Malibu, which had incorporated just as mudslides devoured great bites of earth and forest fires grazed the landscape down to bare, charred skin. With that lesson in geographic and economic boundaries, the kids had marched into the reception building. Wanda barely had time to glance at the program provided for the tour. Her students demanded 110% of her energy. No matter, she knew this place by heart. In her mind, the architectural design was Greek temple married to Art Deco ocean liner. She'd wandered Robert Irwin's Chameleon Gardens for hours. Each season offered new colors, new scents, new shapes and shades. Santa Monica's big blue bus ran straight to the grounds. She'd lost count of her visits. Nobody had believed culture could draw a crowd in L.A. Well, just look at her kids. With one expert swipe, Wanda removed a wad of gum from behind the ear of one of her oldest charges, while simultaneously comforting the youngest, who was complaining of a stomachache. She couldn't wait to get them into the garden, her very favorite part of the facility. They began the trek across the first exterior courtyard. Water ran like glass between slabs of marble. The children shuffled and slid their shoes across the smooth stones. "Hey, guys, remember the name of the architect? We covered this in class." She barely caught Jason's mumbled response. "Meyer." "Richard Meyer, that's correct, Mr. Redding." They were almost to the stairway leading to the museum cafe and the outdoor dining deck. Within seconds, the central garden would rush into view, lush with primary color and geometric form, chaos and pattern all at once. It overflowed the space between the multi-level museum and the institutes. Wanda felt a tug at her sleeve and turned in surprise, looking down at the agitated face of another of her kids. "Please, Miss Davenport, I have to go," a small voice announced. "Break time, guys," Wanda called out cheerfully. "When we reach the bottom of these stairs, we'll use the restrooms and regroup for the garden. Carla, hands to yourself. Thank you. No running, Hector." They turned the corner only to be welcomed by the sight of bougainvillea, jacaranda, orchid, daisy, iris, wild grasses, each as lovely and as ephemeral as a butterfly. Wanda Davenport's last view in life consisted of the garden she loved so much. Jason Redding discovered the treasure chest beneath the stairwell. He opened it curiously, saw an intricate, whimsical handmade collage, an infernal machine constructed of polished wood, ivory, colored wire, and spiked metal pipe filled with black powder. The puzzled child heard a hissing sound, saw smoke and soft petals, twisting and turning, floating upward. Initiation. One neon green sneaker survived unscathed. 1:03 p.m. Edmund's sweetheart didn't look at the bodies. He had nothing to offer the dead except his ability to focus on the living, on an unknown bomber or bombers, on the wreckage that awaited him 100 yards uphill. If he lost his center at this particular moment in time, his world would shatter. Swift and sure-footed, he moved through the garden on muscles that were taut and flexible, with arms held close, spine erect, with steps measured instinctively. His senses were painfully alert, ears filled with the implacable cry of sirens, dark eyes wide to the brightness reflected from the cloud-covered sky. Los Angeles has a taste. Here at the Getty, between the Santa Monica Mountains and the Pacific Ocean, Sweetheart registered an alkaline palate tinged heavily with carbons. There was comfort in the order of chemical compounds. He took no such comfort in the chaos of human motivation, action, reaction. The destructive evidence, now just a stone's throw away, was all too visible. Out of choice, he rarely attended active crime scenes. Instead, his life was spent poring over printouts, comparing and contrasting data.